Hello and welcome to my first ever character creation review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the character creation system for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. But before I go into the review and give you my analysis of it, I'm going to go through each race and gender to show you all the options. And after that, I'll go into my review process as well as the actual review. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I'll go ahead and give you my review. Now, before I start, I'll go ahead and give you a brief explanation of my review process, and I'll probably do an entire video on it in more detail later on. But I split up my review into 6 different categories, which is diversity, slider quality, clothing and armor, limitations, accessibility, and gameplay. Now, what I mean by diversity is, I guess that's pretty obvious, is my character gonna look the same as everyone else's? And specifically, if I create a Majin female like this one that I have here, is it gonna look similar or is it gonna look different to other Majin female characters? Or if, I create a male human that's, say, black or white, is it gonna look the same as other black or white male characters? And the same goes for female and other species. And then slider quality, what that means is, does the game have sliders for the face, like the eyes and the nose, the legs, arms, basically the face and body? For this game specifically, since it's going for more of a cartoon look, I went easy on it, because it's going for that simplistic look like the anime. It's not going for a realistic look, so I was a little lenient towards it. And then clothing and armor means, are there different pieces? How many pieces are there? Can I color them in? Is it, can I choose between like different pants and different torsos and legs, leg pieces, arm pieces, things like that? Limitations, what I mean by that, are certain things gender locked or, race locked, things like that? If I create a Majin female character, am I gonna be limited to whatever's available to them, or can I wear the same thing that a human male character can wear? And then accessibility, that's a little bit different from limitations. What accessibility means is, am I going to have to purchase DLC in order to unlock certain clothing pieces or even certain features like faces and hairs and things like that? Or, am I going to have to go into Photoshop to modify something? That's for a more advanced type of game like maybe Skyrim or something like Second Life. Do I have to go into an outside program in order to create the character that I want? And then last but not least is gameplay. What I mean by gameplay, is the character creation system gonna make up for something with mediocre gameplay, or the opposite of that? Is, the gameplay gonna make up for a mediocre character creation system? And so, based on what I've seen so far, and I've played this game pretty much, and I've unlocked quite a bit of clothing items and things like that. But from what I've seen, I would give diversity about a 6.5, and slider quality, I went ahead and gave that a 5 since, like I mentioned before, the game's going for more of a cartoon look rather than a realistic look. Now for clothing, I gave it an 8 because there are quite a bit of clothing, but you can't actually change the colors of most of these items. That you're stuck with the color, so if you wanted to wear different combinations, you're stuck with mismatched colors, pretty much. But from the sheer volume of items available to you is pretty decent. Now for limitations, there aren't really any classes in this game, so you're not really stuck with certain clothing, but there are a few items that are locked to your race and gender, but it's not, too big of a deal. So with limitations, I gave it a 7 because there are some DLCs that you can purchase to get more clothing. But it's not too big of a deal since the DLC does come with, actual content. You're not just paying for the clothes. The clothes are sort of a added bonus. And accessibility, I gave that an 8 because you're obviously not going to have to use the outside programs for this, but you will have to purchase DLC for everything. And then gameplay, I gave that an 8 because the game is actually pretty good, and although the character creation system isn't the best, it's far from the worst. So the average, if my math is correct, which it probably isn't, I would say it's probably somewhere between a 7 and 7.5, which is actually pretty good because I'm not sure about most people, but I wouldn't expect very much character creation from a game like this. It's a licensed game from an anime, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. And as you can see from all these created characters, you can get quite a lot of different looks. Alright, hope you enjoyed, and that's it.